So, morning everyone. My name's Fiona and I run Little Learners Lisburn and Northwest Belfast. I'm quite a new addition to the Little Learners team. So you're very welcome to the Little Learners live sessions. We're now on week 7, which is hard to believe. I hope you're all keeping well. If you've been watching so far, I think you'll agree with me that the other girls have been brilliant. There's been so many good ideas to do with the little ones. If you've missed any or you're kind of only tuning in the past week or so, you can go on and subscribe to the Little Learners YouTube channel and you'll be able to catch up with all the videos and all the ideas. So I'm going to just quickly give you a rundown of what we're going to do today, and then I'm going to let my 1-year-old twin boys in. Pray for me. So you'll have seen that today I'm going to do some activities with bubble wrap. I've tried to think of a range of activities that would suit different age groups and abilities that are adaptable. So the first one that I'm going to do, I'm going to bring the boys in and get them involved if they're cooperating today. There's a lot of crying going on in the background. What I'm going to do is like a sensory paint stomp. You'll be glad to hear it's not a messy thing in the living room. So what I've done, if you can just see in the background, I've done like a sheet of lining paper. I've just stuck it down with masking tape. There's a sheet of bubble wrap over the top, and I'm going to just put some paint on. So just bear with me. So I know at the minute, listening to other parents, paint is quite scarce. So if you don't have the paint at the minute, remember you can always come back and look at the videos at a later stage. So this activity, as I said, would be adaptable to different ages. Younger babies, it would be a great tummy time activity. It's a real sensory activity. It's very visually stimulating because the colours, you'll see the colours mixing. As well, you know, they can feel the plastic beneath them and the bubbles popping. It's just a nice wee one. Then if your child can sit up or crawl, that's great as well, because at Little Learners, you probably know, we encourage developing the core strength and gross motor skills that help them be able to embark on the writing process later on. So that's another great one. And you'll see in a minute, my boys have just started to walk. So it's something different. They can feel the bubbles beneath their feet, and they can stomp up and down and press the paint in. And again, it helps with all those gross motor skills and being able to walk and balance and stuff. So I'm just putting lots of paint on here, and then I'm going to seal it with masking tape. So put the bubble wrap over. Make sure it's well sealed if you're going to do it in your living room or in your inside. You could also do it outside as well. So I'm just going to seal it over. So as I said, just make sure it's well sealed, or you'll have paint all over your house, footprints, like we did the other day. Right. Can everyone hear okay? Yeah? So I'm just going to go and bring the boys in now. Wish me luck. I don't know if they're going to cooperate or not, but regardless, I'll take you through the activity anyway. So just give me a wee second. Ready, boys? Let's go. Now you're going to say hello. So this is Tommy. Are you going to say hello, Tommy? Can you see yourself? So we've moved their toys out, so they're looking around them here. They're not very familiar with this room right now. Look, who's that? Can you say hello? So this is Tommy, and here we have Washing. Say hello. So while we're doing the activity, you can always play a game of Spot the Difference. Look, guys, look at this. Whoa, look what we have. Sit down. Come on. Look. So another idea would be, we've actually tried it before, you could do a smaller version and you can tape it onto the high chair tray. It's a really good idea, and they can just pat it and manipulate the bubbles. Again, it's really good for their fine motor skills because they're using their little fingers and their hand grip to burst the bubbles. Are you going to jump up and down? Now, what do you see? I've also brought some toys and trucks in as well that they can move up and down. Tommy, I'm going to press it. So while the boys are playing, I'll just show you as well. You can do some lovely printing activities. We actually did our rainbow for our window using bubble wrap. It's gorgeous. There's so many ideas, but I've just tried to pick a few that will be adaptable to everyone. So there you go. Is that good fun? Look. And of course they're going for the bottles. Yeah, look, Ashing. Look. Clap your hands. Clap your hands. Look. Look at this. So as I said, if you don't have access to all of that paint or even the lining paper, you can do it on an A4 page or smaller paper. I know a lot of people, if your street's like mine, there's deliveries coming all day long, and hopefully you'll have access to bubble wrap. But I was able to get a roll of it at the post office the other day when I was doing my essential trip. Thank you. Look. Are you going to jump up and down? Look. And it always goes to the bottles of paint. Are you ready? Look. Ooh. There you go. This is good fun. Is it? Clap your hands. Are you going to wave to everyone? Yeah? Good boy. So while the boys are playing, I'll just bring you through another few of the ideas. The next thing I'm going to do is like a name activity. It would be great probably for preschool children that are learning to recognise their name, or just a little craft activity for younger ones. So what I've done is I've got a large page. I've cut out the letters of their name. I've just blue tacked them on. Now, I haven't actually tried this out, so I'm hoping that it works. But the idea is, you'll have seen on the list I asked you to have a rolling pin. If you don't, you can use a bottle or a tin and just wrap it with some bubble wrap and roll it through paint over the top. And then you'll see I'm going to take the letters away, so we'll give it a go. Now, you going to see what Mummy's doing? Are you? Yeah. So I've just put some like rainbow colours on a plate here, and I'm going to roll it in the paint like that. Is this good fun? Wow. Are you going to help Mummy? Are you? Hey. This is good. That's your name, Washing. Is that your name? Good boy. Okay. So I'll just move this paint out of the way before it ends up on my walls. Well done. So you can see here I've just rolled the rolling pin. Oh, I haven't finished it. As I said, you could use a water bottle or a tin or anything you have in the kitchen and just stick it round. You see? My fingers crossed for me when I peel the letters away, it'll work. Are you painting, Oisin? Are you? Are you showing all the boys and girls your paintbrush? So I've just done one here. I'll just kind of give you an idea. It has worked. So you can see Tommy's name, the outline of it in the background. You could do that with anything. You could make little pictures, animals or dinosaurs, anything like a topic of interest for the child. So there you go. That's worked out really well, and it's within the rainbow theme that's going on at the minute. So I'll just put this away. Now, you can see the boys are having better fun with the bottles of paint, which is just typical, isn't it? Okay. Now, so I'm going to bring you through then an activity for older children. It would be really good for preschool children. So what I've done is I took a piece of bubble wrap and I painted a rainbow on the back. Now this was the first time I tried this, so I had to actually seal it with PVA glue because it peels off a bit. So this is a colour recognition activity. So as you can see, I've actually labelled the colours as well because that gives an extra aspect to it as well. So I'm sure adults find this as therapeutic as I do, popping the bubbles. So for example, you could say to the child, can you pop all the red bubbles? So they're using that pincer grip that they need to be able to hold pencils to do writing. So you could say, could you pop all the red for me and make a little game out of it? Can you pop the purple bubbles, green? And that helps them recognise their colour. I've done a number recognition activity. So I've just picked something random. I've painted a sunshine. And I've put on numbers 0 to 10 there. So you could say to the child, can you pop all the, I'll just put it closer, can you pop all the number 1s, number 2s, 3s, you get the picture. Again, you could do that for letters and phonics and make a game out of it, and even for older children, even in like reception, you could do CVC words and get them to recognise the words. So I hope you've enjoyed those activities. There's so many things you can do, and there's so many benefits to something simple like bubble wrap. Your gross motor skills you're developing with them, their core skills, their core strength to be able to sit up and write, and it's an enjoyable experience too. So your fine motor skills. So if you didn't have the stuff available at the time, you can always go back and watch the video later on when you do have the stuff. If you do any of the activities, it would be lovely to see some of your pictures. So send them in. We love to see pictures. There's the guys. I'll just let you see them in the background. They're playing nicely today, just as well. So there you go. I hope you've enjoyed that. And thanks for tuning in. So tomorrow we have Angela, and she's doing some VE Day bunting. So come on and give it a go. Boys, are you going to say bye? Come on. Come over, Mummy. Come on. Tommy. Good boy. They're going to show off their walking with the tin of tomatoes. Come on. You want to say bye? Say thank you. Say bye-bye. Okay, everyone, so thanks for tuning in and hope you enjoy the activities. And as I said, send us some pictures. We'd love to see your go at it. Okay, so see you soon.